Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
I've been representing accident victims for nearly a decade, and I've always wanted an office where my clients would feel comfortable and welcome. I'm attorney Fran Hosh, and I've also always been a fighter, never backing down to any insurance company or their attorneys when it comes to representing my clients' rights. Let me deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. If you've been injured in an accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
All right, so I got Jeff here from V-Twin Visionary. Finally got him here. We got some dirty tales for him to, what do we call it when you test them?
Do a little demo?
Demo, yeah, demo.
If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Hey, this is Neil Larry from New York City, and we're down here in Daytona Beach, March for Bike Week, and you're watching Born to Ride TV.
Hey, man. Hey, we found it. It's Choppertown.
We found Choppertown, man.
Choppertown, man.
Welcome to Choppertown!
My name's James Fish Alcorn. My company name's Alleyway Customs, and we're out of Jacksonville, Florida. Alleyway does full custom bike builds, paintwork, fabrication, hand-tooled leather, upholstery. We do everything. The ones we brought to this show is a 1982 FXS chopper. We call that one the root beer bike. We also have a 1947 knucklehead, pretty standard bobber. Then we have our 1942 WLA, the Folsom Flathead, and we had the bike I just completed last year for the People's Camp and Born Free, my 51 Panhead Francine. That bike was designed and built for the Born Free show in California, and the reason I feel like that's relevant is because that's a very specific period of years that those bikes are for. You know, manual brakes, very of the era, and that bike was something that would have been built, in my opinion, it's my twist with really early choppers, late 50s, early 60s, before you had extended front ends and really cut frames up and stuff like that. But the premise of that bike was a paint style that I believe Arlen Ness kind of founded, and that was kind of a two-tone, one side of the bike being one color, the other side of the bike being another color. I just did it really kind of subtle. So one side of the bike's tangerine candy, and the other side of the bike's root beer candy. And then it kind of went from there, built all the, a lot of the stuff out of stainless, and just kept, as we continued into that competition, we were forced to keep getting crazier and crazier. So we did all the sand casting, the headlights, the taillights, the foot pegs, the kicker pedal, you know, all that stuff, and just tried to find some balance and making it all flow together, you know. Originally the bike was going to be a lot more mellow bobber, and I was going to do a dual headlight setup, but once it went to a full custom chopper, shiny chrome, everything, I wanted to condense the dual headlight idea to combine it where both headlights fit within the springs of the Springer. So you can't see, they don't stick out, they don't look like a big, you know, praying mantis head or anything. They're stuck in the front end. We do so many different styles of bikes, but my passion is with those older bikes. I really like the bobber style. I don't really, I like a very rideable motorcycle, where it will handle and be nimble, perform well, where you're not really, I mean, I have had longer bikes, but I prefer not to really wrestle them too much if you don't have to, you know, but it's also important for them to look cool too, you know, so usually no front brake, you know, usually really streamlined, stripped down, you know, nothing too crazy, but very, very rideable, you know. I like the Indian Larry, Paul Cox style, Cole Foster, the Salinas Boys stuff, where the bikes look like they really flow and everything works together, you know. Man, it's super cool. You guys got a great building and a great batch of people. You know, there's bikes that go from all different spectrums inside. So it's a lot to see, and it's a very presentable event. You guys did a great job. Thank you so much for having us, and check us out at Alleyway Customs. Thank
you. Hey, we're the Chill Bunnies, and you're watching Born to Ride.
We're the Chill Bunnies from North Carolina. I'm Danielle.
I'm Olivia. I'm Stephanie.
And yeah, we're just a bunch of chicks that are all over the country now that just like the same stuff, whether it's vans, bikes, cool cars, and we just hang out and have a good time and sell some pretty dope shirts. Okay, well, the Chill Bunnies is just, it's about for all the girls that love the same stuff. It's not a club, it's not any of that, it's just a lifestyle group that enjoys bikes, vans, cars.
Whether if you ride in the back with your man, or just like it, anybody can kind of just come and hang out.
Yeah, we don't hate on anyone. We just want everyone to have a good time and enjoy what we're doing here. Yeah, it's mind-blowing to me. I mean, I'm glad they like it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, if we can keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's amazing how the internet works. Like, we have some people from Mississippi that came here with us, and like we just met them from the Chill Bunnies page.
Yeah,
that's amazing that you can connect with people that are into the same stuff as you. So
yeah, that's the neatest thing is like now we have people from Idaho, Utah, Texas. We're meeting girls all over that love the same stuff, that want to be a part of it and support each other and create a sisterhood that just love the same common interests. Jason started the Chill Billies, and it was just a group of friends that created a group that liked to ride, and they enjoyed the same thing, the same culture, and it just kind of grew from there. And he just wants to create a group of friends that enjoy the same thing and grow and expand just like we are. Our community, well, we love it because it's just so big, it's all over, and that's the cool thing. It's beautiful out there, it's gorgeous, the best places to ride. We have the Tail of the Dragon, we have Born Free, well, Freeborn.
We have the mountains and the beach all in one state.
And you can do it like in one
amazing.
day.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. You can wake up at the beach and then end up in the mountains.
It's great for riding anything, vans, choppers, whatever.
Yours?
Yeah, she has the El Camino, which is pretty.
And you have a pretty sick van.
Yeah, I have a 95 van. I'm not sure what we can say on here, but her El Camino is pretty bitchin'.
You can get in touch with us through Instagram at Chill Billies or Chill Bunnies, and you can also reach us on Facebook at Chill Bunnies as well.
I have Freak Show Fabrication down in Fort Myers, Florida. It's a custom shop, make parts, art, build motorcycles, full fabrication, some paint, hot rods, stuff like that. So a lot of the guys, they have a lot of my parts on, like you said. Shift knobs, grips. I've done a lot of fabrication like the sissy bars, seats, bits and bots and odds and ends. Some of them have my paint jobs on them. Just a little bit of everything, really. A lot of my inspiration comes from a lot of the older magazines. You know, we have a huge collection of them, so we're always looking for inspiration from a lot of the greats, a lot of the older guys, you know, from the 70s and the 60s. And then just some of it's just kind of comes out of my head, really. I mean, just try to be different, try to do something that you haven't seen before. Some kooky stuff. Keep it fun. Oh, Choppertown's been a great show so far. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of good people showing up, a lot of great motorcycles, great vendors. It's like a weird little family, little dysfunctional family that we all have here, and it's just a lot of fun. You get to see your friends, meet new friends, you know, make new friends. Meet new people, see some really cool bikes that you haven't seen before, and it's been a good time. It's a good vibe going on. No flex zone. It's been a lot of fun, you know. There's all walks of life kind of coming in there. There's been a lot of people from older people to young people to kids to, you know, families are in there checking it out and stuff, and it's cool. It's cool, and everyone is appreciating the old school stuff, kind of the way it used to be, and seeing a lot of the bikes and the art and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Like, you know, you hear all the stories from a lot of these guys and some of the old timers. You know, oh, I had this bike back in the day, or oh, it reminds me of this chopper I had, and it's pretty cool. It's neat to see a lot of these guys. You see their faces light up when they see something that you've done, and they can relate to it, and you hear a bunch of fun old stories and stuff. It's pretty cool. It makes you feel good, you know. It's important for people like me and some of my other my peers, I guess you could say, and you know, people I work with, that to reach out to the younger crowd, because I mean, let's just face it, you know, that's who's going to carry this on for us, and the people that are going to be our customers, and people are going to keep riding motorcycles and keeping it alive, especially with custom choppers and stuff like that. The old dudes just aren't riding them anymore, or you know, it's time to kind of move on to another generation, I guess. So it is really cool when you see younger people that are interested in this to kind of like keep it going. Just to have something from Mondo, like, I mean, he's a legend really in the industry. Paco, I mean, we all use their parts, all of us do. And then obviously a little bit of money is nice, and it was cool for them to donate to stuff and put it towards it. No, absolutely, get you a little excited, you know, you could have an opportunity to win, you know, and stuff like that. So that's cool, you know. A lot of us base our stuff off of something that they've done, or something that they did back in the day, or inspiration from it, or, you know, something to take from what they did. So it is cool to potentially get a little bit of something from them. I mean, he is, I mean, he's the godfather of choppers. I mean, that's what they call him, you know. And I mean, heck, even my my Triumph in there has an old Denver Springer on it from back in the 70s. So I mean, it's stuffed around. I mean, the parts they used to make was great. I mean, those are the parts that you seek out as like a chopper guy if you're looking for stuff. So like to have that little bit of like pay it forward to like us is kind of carrying on his torch, because I mean he probably feels the same way after he's gone. They're tired and doesn't want to do it anymore. There's got to be someone else that has to keep it going, or we're going to lose this type of stuff and it's just going to kind of fade to the wayside. So to have that, it feels good. It's a very, very cool feeling to have someone that's such a prevalent person in the industry to want to support us little guys out here. Oh, me and Eric actually have a fairly good relationship. He comes down to my shop and shoots a lot. I've always got new bikes for him. We've known each other for a while. He's a good guy, man, and he's really trying to make cool things happen, to get people together and to make shows like this happen, or bring these motorcycles to the public, or really get them out there. He's a great guy. I like him. You know, he's got a lot of passion. And,
he does.
We're really happy to have him here as part of Born to Ride. Yeah, you're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
He's a hard worker, and he's really trying to do some stuff. But you can get a hold of me probably through, the easiest thing is my Instagram, which is Freak Show Fab. And yeah, that's probably the easiest way to get through.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Choppertown, Born to Ride, and Thunderball.
Welcome to Choppertown!
Well, Choppertown Live is about not only motorcycles, it's about the lifestyle. It's about the culture. It's choppers, it's hot rods, it's custom vans, skateboards, surfboards. It's all about that lifestyle from the 70s, early 80s. And like I said earlier, we've got builders that are world renowned. We got some guys that are building stuff in their garage. It was a builder's invitational. We've been working on this for about 4 months. We got together with Zach from Choppertown movie. Everybody knows the movies. They're kind of a cult phenomenon. And we're working together with him to put together a live show to kind of bring that to another level. And we've managed to talk Mondo into building us a custom one-off Springer, 16 over front end. That's going to be going to the Builder's Choice Award, which is handed out tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We're going to have all the builders vote on their favorite build. And the Builder's Choice Award is called the Bill Dodge Award of Excellence. Bill Dodge can't be working with us because of his recent accident, but what I'll be doing is I'll be taking pictures of his bikes for the top 4, and he's going to just say the final say who the Builder's Choice Award is. Now, the Builder's Choice Award winner, they're going to get $1,000 courtesy of FTW. We're also going to get the Springer front end, and Paco, the legendary Paco, is giving us a frame, hardtail frame. So whoever that lucky winner is tomorrow at 4 o'clock, they're going to walk home with a handful of awesome stuff, and they're already halfway there on their next build. Well, I think a lot of these young builders are, whether they admit it or not, they're influenced by these old legendary guys. We've got the old guys and we've got the young guys, but they're all influenced by the Mondos and the Pacos and stuff. So if we can get those names behind what we're doing and add some authenticity, it's not that what we're doing is fake, but if they're on board with us, they're on board with us. So it's really worked out well for us. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go behind all these bikes. And I think it's important for me, with the talent that I have as a photographer, to make sure we get these bikes on the proverbial film. So the least I can do is get 1 really nice or 2 really nice studio shots of their bikes to give back to them as a thank you. Well, it's like a surfer looking for the next wave. I don't really know what I'm looking for until I see it. I'm looking for something that is unique, that catches my eye, that I know it excites me as a photographer and a motorcycle enthusiast. I think if it excites me, it's going to excite other people as well. So it could be that $100,000 machine built by Indian Larry and his team, or it could be that garage-built motorcycle that, you know, the guy's been sacrificing life with his family and work to get that thing done. You know, it's not always about the exterior look. There's a lot of story behind these motorcycles as well. So if I can get great pictures of these bikes to help push that story along, then I've done my job. Man, I think they were gracious enough to give us this building. We were going to start out in a tent in the corner of the property here at Thunder by the Bay. Once they realized what we were doing, they said, we think you're going to need more room. Go ahead and use this building. And then I went in to a meeting a couple weeks ago, and they said, now how much building are you going to need? And I said, we're going to need all of it. And I don't think they kind of grasped what we're going to do here. They had no idea that, you know, what we're doing is kind of unique to the area anyway. Nobody else is doing it. So we threw them the floor plan, we put it together, and everybody seems very excited about it. The non-chopper people, the bagger people, the old school, the young guys, everybody's digging what we're doing here, and we're hoping to really expand this and maybe take this on the road in the future. You know, this is only the first step, and I've already, you know, you learn from your mistakes. It's not really mistakes, but we can always learn to do what we can do better. So I've already got ideas for the next one, so if everybody likes what we're doing now, wait till the next one. Now, man, I'm just proud to be born to ride, and I'm proud to be able to represent these guys. I understand the talent and the artistry it takes to build these motorcycles. So as a photographer, my job is to get those in pictures and really represent and celebrate what those guys can do. So hopefully we can just keep pushing on from here and keep doing great things.
Don't miss the 24th Annual Thunder by the Bay Music and Motorcycle Festival, February 18th through 20th at the Sarasota Fairgrounds. Presented by Rossiter's Harley-Davidson, SNS Motorsports, and FCCI Insurance Group. The festival includes over 80 vendors, custom motorcycle and car displays, a 17-class bike show, and more. Bring your lawn chair and enjoy continuous live music featuring classic rock and country with special guest Firehouse. Performing Saturday, February 19th. Proceeds benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. For more information, visit thunderbybthebay.org.
Hey, man. Am I driving okay? I think we're parked, man. Hey, man. I think we're in Choppertown.
Choppertown.
Oh, Choppertown.
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 Race fans, Friday, March 4th, it's All-Star Half-Mile National Flat Track Series at North Florida Speedway, Lake City, Florida. Thursday, March 3rd, Ethan Gillen Memorial Short Track Amateur and Vintage National Half-Mile. And Saturday, March 5th, it's AMA Amateur and Vintage Nationals Half-Mile. Don't miss the fun and excitement of All-Star National Flat Track Series at the North Florida Speedway, Lake City, Florida. Call for more information. Race fans, get ready! Sunday, March 6th, Volusia Speedway, Barberville. It's the Grand National Hooligan Championship. Amazing racing action. And Monday, March 7th, it's the Amateur and Vintage Nationals. You can buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge with All-Star National Flat Track Series. So don't miss all the excitement of All-Star National Flat Track Series at the Volusia Speedway Park. For more information, call the number on the screen.
Hey, I'm Josh Debenedetto. I own JD Choppers, South Carolina, formerly known as JD Motorcycle Repair out of Greenville, South Carolina. This is my first official build. I drug a 1967 generator shovel out of the trenches and completely revamped the motorcycle. I handmade everything on it. The gas tanks, I made a one-off split coffin gas tank. Took the oil bag and split that as well, separating oil and my whole electrical components. I handmade the fender. So I tried to hand make everything I could. I'm still in the process of really learning how to manipulate metal and just perfecting my craft and getting better and better at it. What I feel when I ride this motorcycle is just pure joy. Motorcycles have been in my life since I was a baby, and creating this motorcycle and the soul to this motorcycle is completing. One of my main goals with this build was the more you look at it, the more stuff that you find. There's a lot of little tiny details that have snuck in there that you'll just have to come and see the bike in Sarasota, Florida for the Choppertown show to really take it all in and enjoy what I've built. I guess.
I'm Jared Weems, owner of Weems Motor Co., build vintage Triumphs. So the bike I'm building for Born Free is an alcohol-fueled, mechanically fuel-injected, supercharged 1956 Triumph. Very much inspired by drag bikes from the 60s and 70s and diggers from the 70s. So the frame's been fully custom modified, fabricated with a 5-inch stretch in the neck, dropped 2.5 inches down at the neck, has a 4-inch under springer, big slick on the back, drag racing front tire, just highly modified with a lot of performance thoughts in mind. Yeah, so this bike is for Born Free, super busy at the shop. Hopefully I'll be able to make it down for Choppertown Live. Can't guarantee, but I'll keep my fingers crossed.
It's the High Seas Rally, world's only motorcycle rally on a cruise ship. Free drinks and 13 months to pay. And it sails October 29th through November 5th, 2022. $100 discount per cabin. Use promo code BTR. For more info, go to highseasrally.com. That's the High Seas Rally, October 29th through November 5th, 2022. Don't miss the High Seas Rally.
My name is Anthony Keeling. I'm the owner of Tinworks, Inc. in Pinellas Park, Florida. I've been manufacturing frames since 1999. Started at a company called Daytech. They were in Historia, California. Then left there in 2004 and moved to Upland, California. I started my first location, Chassis Design Company. We were manufacturing frames for Bling Cycles, Exile. We manufacture a lot of parts in-house. Dylan and I, and we do a lot of private label manufacturing as well. We do a lot of private label manufacturing for Speed King, Lane Cycles, Indo Cycles in Japan, a couple guys in Germany, and a couple guys in France. The build, we started off with a 1988 Sportster motor. I got on trade from my buddy. We did a swap for a frame deal. And I wanted to build something unique, has good power, and they're really light. So we decided to build another sidecar bike with it. The frame is a drop seat, rigid, 2 out, negative, 1 up, with a 35-degree rake. It holds a 160 tire on the rear, and it's running 2 21s, one on the front of the bike and one on the sidecar. Everything on the bike is handmade, down to the clutch slave cylinder, handlebars, the risers, the triple trees, the seat pan, the oil tank, the battery box. Everything is made in-house. You can give us a follow on Tinworks Inc. at Facebook or on Instagram. And I hope to see everyone at Choppertown.
This is Richard Ruck, It'll Ride Choppers in Tampa, Florida. This blue bike is a 1977 Harley Davidson Shovelhead. Came to me really as a basket case. A few of the things that I've done with this, amongst everything else, is one of my signature hardtail conversions using softtail axle plates. Also built out the air seat for this. One of the unique things about this one is the Speed Science top ends on the engine. So fully show polished engine. Polishing is something that I've taken care of, and I was excited to finally use these Speed Science parts. Built the exhaust. fabbed up everything else that's on this. It's running a vintage style Springer front end. Its paint was done by Pauly Deluxe, Pauly and Bombshell, our team here in nearby Florida. We basically kicked it up there, and Pauly and I collaborated, and I was after sort of a chopper spin on a Shelby Cobra paint job. The seat was done by Kurt Green. Kurt goes by Bare Bones Leather. He's out of Georgia, and I've worked with him on a couple of seats before this. Really big fan of his work. His leather work is just spectacular. So primary drive setup is a Tech Cycles Performance that I machined out and put it speed holes, polished it up. Actually worked out the front pulley too to just bring a little uniqueness to it. A few other things that I have going on in the shop is obviously this bike that I got up on the frame jig today. It was a 76 Harley shovelhead frame that I found. That was actually rusted from the tail back, so that worked out pretty good for me since I like hardtail and just about everything that I get. So got that in the works. Got to get that wrapped up. This engine with the bottom cradle will also be a chopper. I'll build a frame out of this cradle. And I have a 45 that's not with us today because the frame is actually a powder coat and the tins are out at paint. And engine is at R&R Cycles in Lakeland getting a work over. So really hoping to have that 45 ready for the show. Thanks for checking out the shop today and spending some time with me. If you want to see more content, I'm at It'll Ride Choppers on Instagram, and I'm on It'll Ride Choppers on Facebook as well.
If you're counting on a pension being there when you retire, you should be aware that there are consultant corporations are busy hiring to figure out how to screw you out of your pension benefit. And that's what's happening across the world right now.
And it's scandalous, and it's creepy.
Everybody seems to like a pension,
If you doubt that, try taking it away from them and you'll see how people react.
Those are a risky type of retirement plan to operate because you don't have a lot of certainty today about what your obligations will be in the future.
Well, most people refer to me as the father of 401k because I designed, got internal revenue approval of the first 401k savings plan.
I don't want to do what my father's family did. I don't want to do that.
I know lots of people who have a 401k and it works really well.
When the dot-com bubble burst, my 401k became a 201k. I did not know that you could lose money in a 401k.
I'm ready to retire. We have all of our money, and then the crash happens.
The reality is that you chose the risk-based option where money was in the market.
You give the burden of planning retirement, place it upon the shoulders of the person who knows the least. I think it was a disaster.
There's got to be a better way to try to save for retirement than using something where half your money can disappear almost overnight and there's nothing you can do about it.
And what's been happening over the last few years is, yes, our accounts have been growing. It looks like we're getting wealthier, but the income that we can get from that sum of money is shrinking.
Retirement is so much different, and the advisors need to shift to become income experts and retirement income experts and risk managers.
You have to figure out what are you going to get from Social Security and Medicare.
It's been estimated that Social Security will run out of money, not entirely, but it will run out of money such that benefits will have to be cut by 1/3 for everyone, current retirees, future retirees.
What is often underappreciated is that doing nothing and really politicizing the issue is a way of doing nothing will result in a massive cut to everybody's Social Security benefits.
You can trust James Irwin for all your life, retirement, health insurance questions or needs. 833-467-2865.
Buttera with Buttera's Metalworks, Lakeland, Florida. The red bike's built around a 1977 shovelhead. It was my first build ever, and it's fully polished stainless steel frame and girder front end I designed. Gas tank and oil tank handmade. Bars, exhaust, 16 gauge brass rear fender by 7 Metal West. A lot of custom stuff, and it was kind of the build that catapulted my whole journey in bike building. Bike's a 1955 Panhead. Again, it's a fully polished stainless frame and Springer front end. Again, handmade everything. I built this bike for Michael Lichter's show in Sturgis, What's the Skinny? That's how it became such a skinny bike. It went on to get invited and win the $30,000 Golden Bolt in LA. You can follow me, keep an eye on my next build at Buttera's Metalworks on Instagram. Also have a Facebook page, and also Brian Buttera on Facebook. Look forward to seeing everybody at Choppertown.
Antique Mall's 3 amazing locations in Florida to find your treasures. Vero Beach, Eustis, Wildwood. More than just antiques, tons of rare collectibles, toys, books, vintage furniture, records, jewelry, and so much more. Open 7 days a week. Great staff, clean and air conditioned. A great shopping pleasure for the whole family. Put it on your bucket list because it's a must-see at these 3 locations. For more information, wildwoodantiquemalls.com.
Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride.
Born to Ride.